Okay.
Yeah, now we're live.
Okay, sweet. We are going to be having for our first match of the of this side of the I think it's the red side, I believe. Yeah, the red side going between the EU side of Goliath and the NA team of Isolation. I think we're a bit late because we had to make sure it was on NA servers. Sorry for the wait. 15 seconds till we're preparing attack. Who do you think's got this one, guys?
I mean, I am not too positive because I have never. I don't think I've seen both of these teams thoroughly. So right now, for me, it's anybody's game. But that could be changed seeing how this map goes.
I mean, just looking at the team comps, they seem pretty much the same except for the Moiras and Yard being the difference here. Nobody is going to go down just yet. Mytha MLG gets himself very low on the Winston for the side of Team Goliath. Still, no picks going off anywhere. Noakop getting himself low now for the side of Isolation. Not quite going to go down just yet. Vlad is going to overextend and lose his mech, but Swerves and Benezzo are both going to get picked in the favour of Team Goliath, and this is going to edge the fight slightly in their favour. Bonzo with another kill onto Hydra and Medusa. Noah Cup is going to go low. He might go down. He gets to one. With the MLG gets to D-Mech. Batman is going to go down. As well as shifts, it's Noah Cup the last four, and that is going to be the point going to the side of Goliath. Right, so currently the side of Goliath holding the point. Pretty simply 15% on the board. Running a very nice comp. I think the comp they're running in general is very good. Bonzo gets the double kill, both supports. That's all they're going to need to win this fight. Getting the Dragon Blade, popping off, taking down No Carp. Swerves with two of his own onto Wu-Tang and Hydra and Medusa. Shift the lot, shift the game on fall. Gold Batman being staggered quite badly there. Can you talk us through what happened there?
I'm ready to initiate self-destruct sequence.
If I'm being completely honest, I am trying to figure out why Walnut can't join the game. I wasn't really looking.
Oh, okay.
But it does seem that for the side of Team Isolation, they are going to have the ultimate coming into this fight here. Primal Rage does come out though from Myth.
Yeah, good start from the side of the Isolation there. I mean, it's 1-1 in the fight now. The beat is going to be used for the side of Team Goliath for sustain. Swerve though will get taken down by the Diva Bomb. Vlad's journey with a Diva Bomb of his own, taking down Noah Carp, and it might not be enough. Hydra Medusa gets a kill on Lucio as well. Shift stays, takes down Mytha MLG, and Hydra Medusa just take down Benezzo. And this looks like it's going to be a fight going in the favour of Isolation. They are going to be grabbing the point. It's just a matter of when. Still not grab the point at 85%. Their stall is still there from Balshi. That should be it. Surely no Swerves is now on the point. He gets a dash to the face. And after 92%, the point is going into the favour of Isolation.
So Isolation is still going to be having the Zenyatta Transcendence here to counteract the Genji Blade on the opposite side here. But we will see, because sometimes Zens tend to use their ultimates to save themselves from death. So if they're able to create a very coordinated die and try to force out the Transcendence, they can do some damage here.
I mean, it's not the best start you're looking for on the defense, especially when Swerves and Katri both get picked in the favour of the EU side. Also getting the kill on the Hydro as well. Mipper going down to Adiva as well. Just both Winston's getting taken out by both Divas. You're bound to see that on you. Shift stays getting another kill onto Swerves. Things are looking very close right now, but Goliath are obtaining position onto the point. They're looking to grab his back. Benezzo with the kill onto Noah Carp. As I just said, Benezzo also taking out Shift step. Benezzo popping off right now on this Genji. You know he can play him. You know he's good at that projectile hero. I'm not sure about that Diva Bomb. They just find one though. A Shady Mango does fall. Hydro taking down Bashi, and a very disorganised fight on the point is going to mean that the possession is still retained for the side of Isolation. But I can't speak too soon as Benezzo pops off. Isn't it? It is an anime sword fight between God Batman and Benezzo. Benezzo coming out on top this one time, and Benezzo, as I said, finds two with the Genji Blade, make that a third as Hydro and Medusa goes down to the Shuriken. But even one too little too late. Benezzo finding a four, popping off like an animal this fight. He is a ninja. Make that 5. And the fight is going into the favour of Goliath. They've got a hold for 7% left. Someone is going to have to get onto the point. It's going to have to be Winston. Make that. He is dead, and at the end of the day, they're not going to be able to touch. It's going to be the first point going to the side of Team Goliath.
I feel like what definitely hurt Team Isolation in that fight is that the Transcendence was used a little late there during that fight. It was used towards the end of it, when I feel like it could have been used towards the mid team fight. Probably could have saved a couple of them.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, it's all about the ultimate comedy at the end. Shady Mango not really getting that transcendence off like you'd expect, but right now the next phase of Nepal is upon Nepal is upon us. It's 5 seconds before the gates open, and let's get this show under the road. Whether Goliath can take a swift 2-0 and get the first map 1 and under their belt in the series, or whether the side of Isolation have got some fight in them yet. Right now, both teams initiating through the main, getting onto the point nice and early. Right now, still, I mean, the side of Goliath is very interesting comp, running triple tank with the recall finesse. So Hydro going to get very low. This is not going to be a good time for him, running into a hog and into the but Shady Mango the first to go down before Hydro Medusa does eventually fall. It's going to be 6-4 on for the side of Team Goliath. They're going to be looking to grab this as soon as possible. Shift Days is going to lose the mech. Noah can't getting the hook to the face. Swerves manages to come down, and again Goliath just kind of asserting their dominance as a EU team, is currently on fire.
You are going to see the Moira ultimate up here as the first ultimate ready. Other than that, Diva Bomb getting close to being up, as well as the Genji Blade.
Well, it seems Genji Blade nearly up to gold. Batman, as you were saying, that's going to be looking to get fragged, but then again, you've got to be focusing on the sports, because you can't really take out too many tanks with the Genji Blade. At the end of the day, it doesn't do too much damage. But Shifts there is going to be the first to fall. But Nezo, the one to get the frag there. Gold Bat pops the Dragon Blade, and that's exactly what he does. He gets both supports. That is going to help Isolation and win this. It's so between these two teams right now is 4-4 on the point. Make that 4-3 in the favour of Isolation. The Crescent is going to be used to focus down Goliath. Reinhardt, that's exactly what's going to happen as Mipper MLG does fall to the shotguns of Wu-Tang. Also taking down Swerves. I mean, if you're running Reaper into triple tanks, you are going to be getting that ultimate charge super fast, and that's exactly what has happened with 91% of their bottom already. The side of Isolation finally taking the thing. Let's see if they can hold it this time, or whether they will lose the point quickly once again.
And you're going to have the sound barrier on both sides here, as well as both of the Reaper ults. And tank ults here might have both burst out of as well.
Swerves are finding the first pick in the fight. Swerves again getting the whole hog onto Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang didn't really get anything with his Death Rosmer. Shatter comes in, not really sure. I mean, it's quite big actually. It takes down 2. But Vanessa with a Death Bottom of his own things, Shifts and Hydro, both of them going to fall. Battle Sheet takes down his fellow Lucio, and Goliath are going to be grabbing his points once again. I mean, Isolation need to work on their maintenance on the point. They take it and then they lose it straight away. They're not doing the work necessary to grab the point.
And I have just noticed that Team Goliath are running a triple tank comp here.
Yeah, I've been running it the whole of this map. With Swerves on the hog, Vlad on the Diva. I mean, he's going to use the D1. Let's see how many he gets. It looks good actually. It does find Wu-Tang. That's going to be a good start going into the fight. 10% left on the point. The hook is going to be used on Hydro. The Shatter is going to get 3. And the mid-bait is all going to follow up. Finding Shifts, finding a Shady Mango. Batman and Noah Cup are both going to go down. And this is going to be a start for Goliath, taking the 1-0 lead in the series.
That very decisive fashion for that second point. One thing that I feel Team Isolation could have done better is maybe coordinate their ults a little bit more. That probably could have helped them build more percentage.
Okay, so the next map is going to be Voskaya. Wu-Tang just sent me a message. Picking Voskaya, so... We're just gonna try and get a Warner's Hell in here before we go in, and we've also, don't forget Angel, we've got to remove life and then enter, so it's a so the servers go to NA, otherwise it's EU servers again. Yeah, I'm trying. I'll invite you to the group. Yeah.
It doesn't say that you're on. Close the game and open it back up.
We're just going to make sure that it gets to NA servers, then we will get the side of Team Goliath in the defense here. And we will go ahead with the second map of the series. I mean, I think that this is one of Goliath's strongest maps we saw last season, but then again, they had Champ Willie then on the Zenyatta, he dropped off. And they haven't got him now, so... Oh, now Real Death Call's gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna try something here, see if this works, and if not, then I don't know what I can tell you.
We're just trying to sort out a spectator problem here. Warner's Hell, one of our analysts cannot get in the matchup, whereas they're all leaving as well, so we'll have to wait for them to join. Oh, there we go. Wall's in, and Deathball's in. Yay, there we go. So we are going to get an unpause, and we will get off with this second map of our Sky. Warner's Hell, obviously you're in the lobby now. Who do you think will take this map? Alright, Goliath 1-0 up in this series on obviously winning the poll quite convincingly of a score of 2-0. The next map is going to be Voskaya, as we can already see we are in the lobby, the side of Isolation first on the attack. They're trying to switch the roles up a little bit. Gold Batman now on the main tank. I mean, that is interesting because I think he's kind of the only DPS that's really popping off for the side of I mean, he's the only player who ever really pops off, I feel, the side of Isolation. But they're going to try and switch things up, trying to run Hydro on the Genji now. Gold Batman obviously taking the main tank. They really want to go with this Lucio Zen. I mean, I still don't think it's in the meta. I think that was back in Season 4. In Season 5, but it is not to be, I guess. It's still... They're using it. I mean, to their downfall. But right now, it is the attack gates opening for them. The attack doors. 4 minutes to take this first point on the map of Oskaya. Right now, the side of Isolation are going to be on the dive. They're taking their top right side. They might be going onto the high ground. Yeah, that is exactly what they are doing. Trying to get round onto this high ground to contest the side of the high ground of Goliath. Goliath positioned very nicely on this high ground. They love being positioned up here. They did it last season, I remember, and they're doing it now as well. Focusing Hydro as he dives in, slightly in front of his D.Va. D.Va also going to lose mech. Shady gets to one. He might be going down as well. Very convincing win so far for the side of Goliath. Are they going to let him have a tick though? They might. Maybe not. No, they're going to be getting on to the point. They're going to dive Noah Cup. Wu-Tang is going to kill himself to reset, and that is a fight one for the side of Goliath.
Now that's teamwork.
It's interesting to note that they have a Hanzo on the defending side. You don't see too many Hanzos run on the defense. You mainly see them on the offense on certain maps. I know Junkertown's one of the maps that I see a lot of attack Hanzos, but not really much of a defense Hanzo. Big fan.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Battlesheep's doing incredibly well on the Zenyatta. Managed to resist all the targets that dive in complete order, so Steps can get that damage off. And Wu-Tang is going to get absolutely destroyed, to say the least. They're going to have to either get, I mean, you'd say get the res off, but they don't have that mercy. They've got to regroup as a team. They've got to wait for their tracer before they can initiate here. I mean, the Scat Arrow going in, charging Zoe's Dragon Strike, they can use that there, and they'll be screwed, like, in general. The Bonzo managed to get close enough to use it without them being able to react. They're going to dive in the side of Isolation. Good start pick there. Hydro is going to get the kill onto Bonzo. They've got to get the res off on him. He has that Dragon Strike. He is going to be res as well, which is a very good res coming in from Cattree now on the Mercy, obviously. So the Moira, which we're so used to seeing her on. Things are looking good though for the side of Isolation. Mipper, MLG, I said that a bit too soon. His gold Batman is going to go down. Mipper, MLG also taking down Noah. Bonzo does fall again there, doing really well to post him now, but it might be a bit too late, too little too late as they get the dive onto Shady Mando. Vlad are the one to get off the final blow there. The Battlesheep is going to manage to take down Wu-Tang as well. Cattree does fall, but the Transcendence does give their team the sustained satisfied. The D.Va bomb is there, it looks good, it's not going to find anything though. Bubbled nicely by Mipper MLG. And they're staggering so hard here, the side of Isolation. If they don't win this fight, it's just feeding for days, and that's exactly what's happening as they do lose that D.Va mech. They're going to leave the baby D.Va, as there's only a minute left. It takes about 30 seconds to get back in that mech. But as I say that, they just feed it, they peek, they allow the D.Va to get back in the mech, and now they've given up the high ground as well, so things are not going well for the side of Goliath, but they are so close here to a first point hold. The visor is going to be used. They're not going to get kills off it though, as they are just hiding nicely. They're letting them onto the point. All good. They're not forcing themselves up there. Battlesheep is going to get dove and he's going to go down. But Bonzo just take down Wu-Tang. But as I say that, 3 kills going in the way of Isolation. Bonzo with another kill though. Brings this fight fairly even though, but the D-Bolt is going to be used. Bonzo popping off, gets another kill. Bonzo with the kill on Shifty Edge, but he finally falls. I'm not sure if anybody's going to get onto this point. No, there it is, and that is going to be the first point cap for the side of Isolation.
Objective lost. New defense point. Objective B.
It's always the overtime persons, isn't it? It's always on overtime where they end up capping the final point.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to that adrenaline. They're going to lose the point. It's their last chance effort to try to kind of keep this series alive. And they managed to do it nicely, but now Bonzo on that May. We saw him on Hanamura earlier this season on that May, so I mean this should be interesting to see whether Bonzo's May is enough to hold the side of Isolation, which I think it probably will be unless they focus on nicely. Then another Transcendence from Battlesheep is going to be used quite early on to make sure they keep on the point alive, keep those tanks nice and healthy. Hydro is going to get low, but he does have that final wave in case he does get low. Going to be the first to fall though. Cattree is going to be taken down as well. Wu-Tang gets the kill on the Battlesheep. This is exactly what you want if you're on the side of Isolation right now. Bonzo uses that ice block. They're going to be focusing him, trying to take him out. There it is. Shifts there. Going to get the final blow there. He's going to pop the D1, make sure he can get back into the mode. But it's the bomb of his own. Flab gets to both tanks. That's huge. The sustain is going to be completely gone for the side of Isolation. They're not even going to get a tick. and the fight is won for the side of Goliath. By the looks of things, Katri obviously getting the stag kill onto a fellow Moira. Shady and Mango is going to go down. They've got to wait all the way till he gets back. I mean, that's such a disadvantage, not Mercy, as we all know. The res isn't there, and on the attack, especially on 2CG map, where it's so important to get your team in there without losing anybody, or without losing as little people as possible. It's such an advantage not running that. Such a disadvantage not running that Mercy. You've really got to go in without, because you're going to lose. Swerves, takes down Wu-Tang, wins that Tracer 1v1. And the beat is going to be coming in for the offense, but I think might be a little too late. They're not really pushing in aggressively with it. They're not taking advantage of that extra fall of health, and this is not looking good for Isolation right now. Battlesheet does go down, but it might not be enough. As Flad and Nipper both pop off, take down Shift there. And this is, I mean, it's not the clean fight you're looking for if you're on the side of Isolation right now. The jump is going to be used from the side of the offense. Gold Batman getting the kill onto Bip Emoji. The Diva Bomb is going to be used from Flad, finding one. Noah Cop is going to be taken down, but Gold Batman popping off, finding two. Gold Batman really is keeping his team alive right now. He's really trying his best, but the mail is going to be coming in. It's going to get both tanks frozen. They're going to be taking both of them out. Hydro is going to be falling. Shift there falls as well. And despite the best efforts of Gold Batman, the fight is going to be going to this side of Goliath. Look at Energy with a stagger there. Shift stairs with the frap on Swerves. Good work from him, obviously. When you're going to want to be done, you're going to want to be initiating, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to be looking at this point. It's their last chance, really. They've got 50 seconds. Wu-Tang gets it's going to use the recall. The beat is going to be used in the favour of the defense, but it's not going to matter. Targo pops off, finds two Bonzo. Katri both going to go down. Noah just gets taken down by the Dirty Flad. The D-bomb is going to be used in the favour of the offense. It finds Battlesheet. Gold back by two with Riptide. Flad is going to get one, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. They're going to be able to contest, surely. I mean, Katri's there. She's got to get on the point, so she's not going to get on it. Understood? Oh no, they are going to get on. Bonzo now on the Doomfist. Katri, that's a huge kill, taking down the Shady Mango, the main source of heals. Down, Noah can't die, but he does. He had 92% on the beat. Bonzo with another kill onto Shister. Hydro is getting taken down by Flat, and it is all falling apart for the side of Isolation. They aren't going to get to 5 seconds left to go. I'm not sure if anybody is going to touch. They might be able to just about make it. No, there it is. The point, not only 1 point on the board for Isolation. Let's see if Goliath can take the series 2-0 by grabbing these 2 points.
The end swapping Doomfist definitely helped them into making sure that they don't end up capping the last point there. Interesting to see. Very interesting.
Yeah, Doomfist obviously with that one-shot punching ability gives their team such an advantage. Even if you just get 1 kill, I mean the amount of time you need to just get a single kill on a support or a light hero in general, just a light health hero, it gives their team the advantage in the stores. Less people are on the point for the side of Isolation. That's exactly what happened. Bonzo got one off the beginning. As soon as he got in, finds a second, and all of a sudden Goliath ended up holding there at 96.4%. It's not over for Isolations yet, but I mean by looks of things, yeah, I think Goliath will be taking the series 2-0 probably.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
It is not my preference to see matters personally, but I will see them done.
A chance to
Please move behind the barrier.
I mean, they don't have a lot of time to sort it out. I mean, Isolation on the defense, they're going to be running the Sombra, which is very interesting. The double hills of Zent and Moira, a very offensive team comp on the defense, which is interesting. Their position, though, in a very, very interesting position, especially for having a Sombra. I mean, they are on this high ground, they're waiting. I mean, Goliath doing the exact same as Isolation just did. Swerve Slow is going to be the first taken down. Wu-Tang doing very well to get that opener right there. It is a 6v5 in the favour of Team Isolation. The Rez obviously isn't going to be there in time. I mean, the side of
Hello.
of Isolation position very very nicely on the high ground. Swerves is getting taken down again by a volley coming in from Shady Mango, absolutely popping off, taking him down. And again, they are left with a 5-6. Already a minute has gone. Only 2 kills in the favour of Isolation, but it's enough to stall for a minute. That's exactly what you want. I mean, just looking at the percent on the ultimates tells the whole story. Biggest one is 55% after a minute and 10 seconds. Think about that. It's like, at the end of the day, it's not what you want. But Nipper and Flad are both going to get kills. Bonzo finds another one. A very, very strong dive coming in from the side of Goliath. They find 5. It's almost a team kill. Wu-Tang's got to die though. Get up. Where is he? I think he got out of the fight. I think he's might get back to that spawn. But nonetheless, after a minute and 35 seconds, the point is going to go in the favour of Team Goliath. They are 96.4% away from getting another 2-0 win added to their record. I mean, they're going to be wanting to initiate strongly here before Wu-Tang gets this EMP, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Shady Mango is going to fall early. The Dragon Blade is going to be coming out. It's going to find one. Shifts there. Just go down with the help of Bonzo on the grab on the Genji Blade, as well as that nuke up going to fall. Mipper finds 2 with the primal rage. Battleship just go down, but it's not being up as he is. Red's back up. They are all on the point. Who's going to touch? I'm not sure if they're going to be able to make it. I don't know why they're running an Arna to stall. That is very interesting. And the City going to go with the swift 2-0 in the favour of Team Goliath.
Play of the game.
Look at MG player of the game here to see what he does. It's the dive on point A. Very good dive as a team. Flad with the kill participation is there.
Every little bit counts.
But Kachi on the Mercy, I think, was a very, very good factor of this team. She managed to survive a lot of fights actually on her own. Probably my MVP actually. Despite how good everybody was on the team, the Mercy play from Kachi actually did very well. I'm going to be taking this series 2-0. Now, excuse me guys, I'm afraid I have to leave. I'm afraid I have. I mean, I've got my game soon, as well as that I've got to grab some grub and get prepared for that. My game against Vanquish. So I'm gonna hand it over to Warner Talon, Real Death Ball, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.
Glad to have you here, man. Great commentating.
Thank you.
Good luck on your matches.
Thank you.
I will now be handing the mic over to Walnut here as our unofficial official caster now. Good luck. Right off the bat, very recognizable names here. You got Mr. Tubbs, you got Air Slash, you got Rehax, you got Big Fat Max, you got Plague, And the only one that I don't know is Boss. He's a new face for me. Looks like he is going to be the tank player for this team. Plays a lot of divas, Zarya, Roadhog, as well as Ryan and Winston. Rehax, I know, is going to be DPS. Plague going to be the support player for this team. Mex, probably support, but that is very confusing. Tubbs, the other tank player of the team, and then you have Rehax and Air on DPS. Wait, is she allowed? Are teams able to use her now? Gotcha. Must be versus Hanamura Cherry Blossoms. Hopefully they do perform well indeed.
Traveling to Nepal.
See, there you go. Ask and you shall receive. Mex is going to be the first one in our division to be trying out Bridget. I don't care what her name is. I'm calling her Bridget because it's easier for me. Sue me.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
This will improve your condition.
is now active.
Restore. This will heal you.
Now I'll show them.
Raising the volume. Oh, this is my jam. Oh, let's break it. Damn! Yes, this.
It's automatic. Let me touch that up. You are advised to look behind my back.
First round, 1. Cease your resistance. Hello there. Score 0-1. Vent.
How do I custom
So I am noticing that Hanamura is having a bit trouble dealing with the amount of damage that MSB is putting out, because on top of having Bridget, who has to deal damage in order to heal her people, they also had the Orisa there, which is I feel is a tank that deals them the main tank that deals more damage out of like Winston and Ryan.
Come on, try me.
It is interesting to note that Hanamura is running a triple tank comp into this. Here comes the flip. Now you're gonna have Honorable Cherry Blossoms building up some percentage on the point. They are gonna have to hold it for maybe 1 or 2 team fights if they want to make it to 71%. And it looks like they are gonna have the ult advantage coming into this next team fight. They have the Diva Bomb, Mortar Ult, Rip Tire, as well as Sound Barrier compared to MSB's Reaper ultimate.
Get in there. Time to raise my ATM. Take some more. I'm under thunder. Best offense is a good defense. That's how you do it. I'm planting my flag on the point. My ultimate is almost charged. My ultimate is charging.
Time to accelerate.
Defend the objective.
Here, let's pick it up. Check this out.
Rains from above. I will not be denied.
Nope, not gonna be able to touch it. There you have it. You're gonna have MSB taking the first map here on Nepal. So now Honorable Cherry Blossom is gonna get the choice of either going on to Volskaya Industries or the map that nobody likes, Rival Protocol.
Fire in the hole!
Double, triple.
Alright, looks like we're going to be taking the second map to Volskaya Industries. So if Honorable Cherry Blossoms are able to pick up this map, then we're going to be taking it to a tiebreaker that is going to be Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Traveling to Volskaya Industries.
Her healing abilities kind of remind me of Lucio, except you have to deal damage in order for you to be able to heal your teammates.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Considering that the health packs don't really give her ultimate charge, but in turn it does deny health pack usage from the enemy team, and considering that the enemy teams are running a Tracer and a Genji, and their healers are a Lucio and Bridget, denying those health packs is definitely going to be a big advantage for how to play Fairy Ball.
I am claiming the objective.
Objective A captured. New defense point. Objective
Your best shot.
Forward barrier.
Get in there.
Well, it looks like that I am having a bit of a family emergency right now. I will be right back. I am so sorry for leaving all of a sudden.
Огонь по готовности!
Drop the beat. Put it out.
Shoot you down. Funny boy. Nerf this.
See you later.
An excellent fight. Push on.
double complete. Score 0-2. Switching sides. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Nothing's gonna stop.
Best offense is good defense.
Restoring you.
You'll feel better soon. Hold it your feet. Take some armor. Armoring you up. Fire and
Double
clearing the area.
I will not waste this opportunity.
I am capturing the objective. Drive!
Justice reigns from above.
double kill.
Taking the
60
objective.
seconds.
Come on over.
Move back.
Objective A captured. New defense point. Objective B.
Winston reporting. Enemy sighted.
My ultimate is almost ready.
I am on fire. Thanks for the assist.
Casting a spell on you.
Your support has arrived. Did someone call for a lift?
Play of the game.
Gemeinsam kämpfen wir.
Fire its will.
Double.
Hey!
There we are. like that MSBH, my dudes.
Too good.
Like the what? Hey, wait.
Really? Lame.
Dude, she's control. Like you see, like all the stuns and the pushing people around and the
She's
peel.
so good on
So
fucking.
great.
Oh my god. Ah, dude, my bad.
So. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, like, everybody's screaming that she's overpowered, and I really don't think so. I think she's just good at dueling, so it seems like she's overpowered. But you really have to know what you're doing to be able to properly use Brigitte in a team environment.
Honestly, from my experience, I feel like she's good at isolating targets. Like, if we need to say, hey, pick this person, and if they're unaware of me, especially if it's a DPS player, you can stun, and then hit, and then mace, and it does so much damage right at the get-go, especially with jumping around supports or whatnot. The only problem is Pharah. Pharah's a huge problem.
And one thing you really don't realize is the second support really has to be comfortable playing with a Brigitte. Like, you gotta know what you're doing. Pretty much both the supports need to know what they're doing if you're running a Brigitte at all.
The packs are nice to give, but like without being aggressive and everyone clumped up together, the heals are hard to pass around. So
yeah.
It's great to have like a reliable healer like Plague, picking up what I can't. You know.
I was playing like a monster in scrims earlier against Hanama and Ninjas. Dude, coalescence every fight. That was so crazy. That was crazy. Whenever we do quad tank, we keep the Lucio Moira.
Yeah.
we
Honestly,
really don't
I think
like
we could get away
tank.
with Lucio Brigitte in quad tank. Honestly.
Yeah, I love running Lucio Brigitte, but Tubbs refuses to allow it. Like, we ran it on Attack Volskaya just because, like, we tried it out earlier and we really like the way that it plays on 2CP. But Tubbs refuses to let us play it on, like, anything but Volskaya.
Tubbs is very conscious about what kind of comps we run, and he analyzes it from every angle, so I can respect that. But I wish he would let us try a little more on other stuff too. He probably is. Damn, I'm gonna get a DM like, shut the fuck up, Max. I mean, excuse me.
Max, calm down, dude. Jeez.
I forgot where we were for a second. This
You're gonna get banned, my guy.
I'm gonna get banned.
Get out of my Christian server.
How long do we have till the next game?
I think AG said 3 minutes about 2 minutes ago.
Oh. Understood. I want to make food. Dang.
How you guys liking the matchup between Vanquish and Saints, by the way? Vanquish has a lot of mechanical skill. Like, it's crazy how just skilled the players are. Yeah, Saints. Oh man, Saints is just so together. Like, how long have they been around? Saints has been around for a long time.
Yeah. They need to be careful though, as well.
Yeah, the longer a team stays together, the harder it is to keep them together.
Well, not just that, like, just in general. I mean, like, the matchup against Vanquish, because...
Oh yeah, Vanquish is going to be really taxing.
Like, earlier I was subbing for Hanama Ninjas, and we 2-0'd Saints on Nepal and, I think Volskaya.
Nepal is a really mechanic-friendly map, so it's not surprising to me to see, like, a really mechanically skilled team like Ninjas beating a team whose main draw is their synergy, like Saints.
Or it was the Brigade Carry! No, I'm just kidding. But, still. This should be a good match regardless.
Yeah, I'm excited. The moment Brigitte got released, I took her to the training range, and after like 2 or 3 minutes of playing with her, I DM Mex, and I say, Mex, Brigitte is literally you.
I fell in love. This is amazing. This is all
Like,
I've always wanted. As a tank, and like I played support for the team, but I love tanks as well, and it's just like aggression,
yeah, every
and
once in a
healing,
while,
and
Mex would
it's
flex
like a fighting
Reinhardt
game.
for us. It's literally perfect for him. It's like Brigitte was made for Mex.
I didn't say that. Those were fun. I ended up killing. Once I got my. That was like the first time I played, and then we came back, and I didn't do too bad.
Like. Like, it's gotten to the point with Mex and Brigitte that I've literally just started to pick up Zenyatta just so we can keep him on Brigitte no matter what.
That'd be an interesting comp. Like, what would you run? Like, you would probably have to run Moira with.
Well, that would be a triple sport comp.
Yeah.
That would be Moira, Brigitte, Zenyatta, probably Reinhardt, Zarya, Soldier. Lucio is really strong in that comp, though. Well, triple support, I mean, you just gotta know what you're doing, really.
We did so amazing
all the
scrims
time.
in triple support. Unfortunately, Plague
We
was
just
there.
have so many support players, so.
Oh.
Nah, I love it, dude.
Apparently, Vanquish is going in because they're missing Leo and haven't scrimmed in 2 weeks. Oh, understood. Well then,
so it looks
I
like
believe...
Saints might be the favorite to win this one, then.
Let's raise the bar high for Vanquish and just to get disappointed, right? No, I'm just kidding. It's messed up. I know.
Yeah.
I couldn't see a time where MSBH wouldn't be practicing, like legit.
Yeah, we've been grinding so hard. I remember like our first 3 weeks as a team, we had like 4 or 5 scrims a day, 5 days a week. We played a lot.
Yeah. And look, our practice pays off. I mean, we did pretty well against what did we play?
Yeah, I've completely stopped playing comp this season. Like, I placed and literally just let myself decay, and I feel like I'm playing the best I've ever played.
Yeah. I can't wait. Well, it's gonna be hell trying to like play Brigitte and comp because that's what I'm really gonna try. But everyone's gonna want to play her. That's the thing.
It'll be easy.
All right.
we made a joke when we came in. It was like, Plague, all you gotta do is play Mercy and you get Player of the Week.
Or it's like you'll catch Walnut's eye.
Yeah.
Or playing Mercy. Nah, dude, you're good. Anyway, we got the people here.
Yay, people!
So,
next, you want to
do we
introduce?
Okay,
sure. Bye.
First, we have Mr. Mega Mulani. This man is a god tier Hanzo.
God
no,
tier.
I'm just kidding. He plays support for the team. He's known as Lucio. Everyone really knows this man through the community. Kind of toxic, but kind of cool, you know.
Mulani is
Then we
scary,
have Kid Deadpool. Kid Deadpool, I believe, is a Zen player as well as other supports. Has a whole lot of time on Moira this season.
I believe he plays pretty much everything but Lucio.
Yeah, he does flex a lot. And next we have Ace. Mr. Ace himself, according...
He is a god tier Hanzo.
Yeah, this man plays good DPS, Genji, Kree, anything that really they need him to play, he can play. Then we have Hellhound, who I've never seen before today, but it looks like he's going to be playing a tank role, as he got a lot of time on Winston and Diva, but a whole lot of time on Pharah as well for all of his modes, so something in the tank lines. Next we have Has the Bance. Mr. Bance himself was a support main at one point, then went to DPS, and I'm pretty sure he's back to support based on his modes. Yeah, Bance. Then we have Doors Topper, or Door Stopper. Not Doors Topper, that sounds dumb. This man has a whole lot of time on Lucio, looks like possibly going to be the second support, but has time on Diva and Winston, of course, this season as well. It's a lot of time on Reinhardt, so this man may be main tank. So, that is Vanquish.
Alright, on the side of Saints, he's not here right now, but Shao is their team captain.
He plays Pharah and Junkrat.
Also known as Shao Rat, this man is the explosive king. Next we got Danny June, probably going to be their off-support player. I rarely see Danny on anything but Lucio.
Yeah.
Next we got Keegan, aka Tubbs' worst enemy, never dies on mercy. I believe he is trying to pick up other supports though. Fourth we got Zigzag. I believe Zigzag is going to be their off-tank player. I know Truth really likes off-tank, but he's been picking up main tank for Saints. Yeah. Speaking of Truth, there he is, their main tank. And last but not least, we got Dr. Sheep 19. He is their second DPS player. I believe Dr. Sheep...
He plays Tracer, he
Tracer,
plays also Junkrat when Shao isn't playing Junkrat. Dr. Sheep was annoying to me as a Zenyatta player.
Dr. Sheep is
Brigitte,
really,
though,
really fun player.
he needs to come at me when I'm Brigitte. Let's go.
So we're just going to wait back a little bit, wait for Mr. Shao Rat to get back in the game before we start it up.
He needs to hurry up and show up.
Stop.
And then it went silent.
that was solid. I'll give you that one.
Oh my gosh.
I think you mean the door's top. What? That wasn't even a pun, I was just making fun of Max.
Influence is your name, though, because Plague Influence. Get it? He's doing it from everywhere. He did this last time. I started it, but still, unfortunately, it continues. Hey. Are you in my pun Discord?
We're now a cult.
Yes. Plague, you need to join my pun Discord.
Before it was just Zach and Next, and Alloy joined the fray. Now Walnut's joining it. What's happening, dude?
Zach refused to join my pun Discord. How dare.
Titled by blood.
While this happens, I'm gonna go make a sandwich. I'll be right back.
Alright. Why are you assuming I know non-copyrighted music off the top of my head? Oh, that's fair. Is the Jeopardy theme really not copyrighted? I mean, Jeopardy kind of has to know about us to strike us down. I'm pretty sure that was an autocorrect from Shao. So it looks like Shao is just resetting his Wi-Fi. He's having trouble staying connected.
I know I wouldn't miss much.
Oh man, dude, I don't know. You on Mercy mouse and keyboarding is pretty threatening. The fat Mercy MKB, dude.
I forgot I was still streaming. Wow.
Where's the elevator music, my guy? I need that. Perfect. Zigzag is asking how long before they have to get a sub or forfeit, and I believe as long as the match hadn't started yet, you have 15 minutes from when the match is supposed to start. But if the match has started, then you only have 1 minute of pause, I think. I feel like there's a 3-minute timer somewhere in there, but I know for a fact that you get... Actually, no, I believe it's a 3-minute pause mid-game, and as long as the round like hadn't started yet, or the map rather, you can reset the map if somebody like DCs.
If it doesn't show up within 15 minutes, we're illegally allowed to leave.
Exactly. Alright, so Saints has 9 minutes, so until 3:50 CST. And then they gotta either find a sub or they're done for the week.
Those four for the first map in 9 minutes?
I believe they forfeit the whole series in 9 minutes if they don't get a sub.
Oh. Are you seeing what Milani's writing?
No, I haven't been watching Discord. Maybe pull it up.
AG Season 3, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I was just saying the old rules. So I didn't actually realize that they changed the like show up time rules. So teams are expected to be on time for the matches. You have a 10-minute penalty, which will cause a first map loss, and if you haven't gotten a sub within 20 minutes, then you have the second map loss, and then you're out. Okay. That's my fault.
I'm just here. Wait. So we fought HCB, correct?
Correct.
Who are basically Team Isolation.
No.
Oh, they just didn't change the name.
Yes.
Okay.
We faced Isolation last week, and we got the same score.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at our record. I was like, wait, we fought Isolation last week. I honestly thought HCB was Isolation. They just changed their name. Because I don't pay attention to those kind of things.
Yeah, we had a rough first week, but week 2 and 3, doing good for us.
I can't remember. Did we take a map week 1?
Nah, we got 2-0'd week 1. That was a really rough week for us. We just made a ton of mistakes. We had a really good first hold on Junker Pound, and then we just absolutely let it go. That is true. Legit, the moment we were allowed to play Brigitte, we just immediately started destroying.
We have people here. LL Tupac. Let's get it going. Or did they lose one map already? Is that a thing?
They have not lost a map. They had a 5-minute pause there. And it looks like LL Tupac is a main tank player, but he's probably going to be filling on DPS as Trace LK, and he's gone.
JK Shou's here. Anyway. Who's ready to see some pharmacy? I mean, what?
Alright. Dude, it's the Shao and Keegan special.
I know, dude.
Alright, Angel Gunner, let's see this match go.
Angel Gunner, stop playing Fortnite on your phone.
There we go, hey.
Traveling to
I haven't played Fortnite in a while. I enjoyed it when I was playing it, but I fell off. I think I'm like 4 weeks of challenges behind. Yeah, Jid. Back when the season like first started, MSBH was playing an absolute ton of Fortnite.
Tubbs convinced me.
Yeah, me, Mex, Tubbs, and Beltran, where it would just have late-night toxic sessions of Fortnite.
We just roast people.
Yeah, we would just talk so much trash on people.
Yeah, Walnut especially, dude.
Yep,
Oh, man.
Walnut was
man.
easily the main focus of our trash talk.
The man was a terrible Bastion. Oh, now I feel bad. Dang. So we have Saints in the red side, and the blue side, not HCB, Vanquish. I knew that, obviously.
So, who do you guys feel like is going to win this? Now that we know that Vanquish is a little bit behind as far as practice goes. How do you think this match is going to go?
Mega Mulani knows what he's doing, but...
Mulani has a great mind for the game.
Yeah. I don't know. I do know that Saints have issues running against Brigitte.
2, 1.
But we shall see.
We are seeing the Z from both sides, though.
I know.
So.
Nope, Kid Deadpool's gonna swap at the last second. Danny June tries to pull out the Brigitte before. He might have gotten better practice last time, but we shall see how he works it.
Fight started. They did both go to the right side of the point here, and it looks like Vanquish took a really early lead in this fight. They took control of the point, and there's the first pick, hastily taking out Dr. Sheep. This is looking like a very Vanquish fight right now.
Oh, Truth's gonna take that pin with the bubble!
Ooh, fantastic follow-up there by Vanquish's tank. Ace Louie getting another pick there, and there's another one. That's a Vanquish win. And there's the D-Mech as well. That's brutal.
The triple tank with like one Junkrat is kind of scary.
Junkrat's just so strong.
I know. We actually see Dr. Sheep on the Junkrat from the Saint side and Shao on the Reaper, which you don't see Shao play a whole lot of Reaper.
Not too close to many ults aside from Kid Deadpool there. Kid Deadpool got a very early ult, and Ace Louie's actually falling right off. It looks like one more grenade and he will have Riptire. Console Jake over here. Looks like a really slow poke battle. Doesn't look like Saints wants to get too aggressive here. Oh, they did farm the Riptire from Dr. Sheep, so it looks like they're going to engage with that. There's the Coalescence. They are speeding right in the Shatter. Huge Earth Shatter there.
Oh my gosh.
They didn't actually get too many kills off the Earth Shatter, and they got plenty weak, but it doesn't look like Saints was ready to follow up on anything. Finally a pick for the side of Saints, but it is too little too late. I didn't actually see when Dr. Sheep popped Riptire there. Did you see that, guys?
I didn't. I heard the sound cue, but I didn't. Well, because they both popped Riptire, actually, right?
Yes, they did. I didn't see any.
I saw the one. Well, maybe, I don't know. That was all a cluster of chaos.
Yeah, that was just a lot of stuff.
Looks like Saints are gonna come on the point here now, and they're gonna try with the Coalescence. Fingers and Graviton,
huge dab.
Oh, but the Shatter to stop
Great
the
follow-up
push.
there.
That was a great use of Shatter.
Vanquish was still taking control of this fight, though, even with that fantastic Shatter.
Oh my gosh.
They're 4 up in this fight. Down goes Shao. This is brutal for Saints. Lonnie didn't even need to use Sound Barrier that entire fight.
It's like Doorstopper really did put a lot of work into stopping that push. Oh, we have a stagger from Dr.
Absolutely
Sheep.
brutal stagger. The moment the Saints gets back in the fight, Dr. Sheep goes down.
Where's the Riptire? Oh, I guess it blew up, but no one died. Oh, no, the Shao actually took it out
Taken
there.
down by Shao, though, yeah. And
Here
another
goes,
Riptire coming out. I see that clutch. And a little bit of an awkward moment there for Truth. Got trapped in the corner. There's the Riptire, finally got taken out. Keegan gets taken out on point, and that's the last hope for that round. Very, very dominant there from Vanquish.
Understood. These guys took control of the point and just held it there. Like, they peeled off a point when the pressure was on, and then when they were able to like get a pick or something, they re-engaged and on the point. It was really good effort from them. Really coordinated.
Yeah, even without the practice, you can tell everyone on Vanquish has a really good grasp of what they're doing for the team.
I can't wait to see you all in action.
And they are switching to dive now for Sanctum. This dive comp isn't actually super difficult to break, so I wouldn't be surprised if Vanquish loses this first fight. As long as Saints can pick out that that Zenyatta, that's an easy win.
with the pulled pork, I would not be surprised if they immediately switch off dive, because Mulani knows you don't want to run dive into this.
Especially against a pulled pork farmer too as well.
Ooh,
Don't have too much to deal with that. Well, they do. I can see them dealing with it.
People
and they are kind of spread thin right now.
They are. They're kind of everywhere, and everyone's kind of.
There's the first pick for Saints.
Ilhan's going down. But
Shao actually lags up.
Yeah, Shao's gonna. Once the fight's over,
and this might actually no. It looks like Saints is holding on even without extra damage. Milani does get a pick on the zigzag though. It doesn't look like that's gonna be enough.
There's another boot there from Danny June though. It looks like Saints has the man advantage.
And it looks like Milani might be able to stall long enough for Vanquish to come back. Yeah, Vanquish is winning this fight. What a turn!
Yeah, let's get a pause.
And now we can pause. There we go. I was just having so many issues today.
He needs to unplug his potato Wi-Fi and put it into like McDonald's. All my emails are gone. What the heck? Pineapple taco. I'll say we can't get a sub mid-game, can we? I don't think that was the thing.
I believe you can.
Huh.
But I know that everyone is allowed into this custom game, so Angel's probably gonna be a little bit cautious of people just joining.
Let's get that hot sub.
Click unpause. Just by accident, looked like.
Pineapple on pizza, move over. You got pineapple on taco now.
Pineapple is now in this game, so we are seeing the replay, or not replay, unpause, I guess. I don't know. And Vanquish is getting pretty aggressive here. Yeah, they're trying to keep them right in that entrance. Milani's getting nice and high up in the air for the boots. There is a pick there for Saints. Even just barely doesn't get away. This is looking really good for Saints right now.
Mulani! He goes and he pushes zigzag in the well and then pops the sound barrier to contest the drums, but the sound barrier from Danny June also comes out. It looks like Saints actually have an advantage to push us in, but the tactical visor is coming out, as well as a transcendence, and Ace also this tag visor.
A lot of ults being popped here. The Primal Rage did get popped as well. I don't know if you mentioned that. And Vanquish does have a chance. Yeah, it looks like Vanquish is taking control of this fight again. Yeah, Saints is just taking way too long to finish their fights, so Vanquish is just taking their time to re-control it.
They're gonna stagger.
And a nice stagger here on
Pineapple
on the
Taco needs to kill
thing.
herself. They should have
And
just
there
body
we go.
blocked her.
I didn't realize that we're actually seeing a triple tank from Saints. I guess Pineapple isn't comfortable on DPS, or at least not comfortable enough to pull it out against Vanquish.
Yeah. It also could be the strap, but it didn't also help that Zig got pushed into the well, like, right at the beginning as well.
Yeah, Milani's pulling Zig pretty hard. Really fast reaction time there by Ace, keeping Dr. Sheep off of his Zenyatta fire. And Kid Deadpool finishes Dr. Sheep like it's a joke.
Oh,
Zig, it looks like he got booped again? I don't know, he might have just accidentally walked off, and it looks like they're just jumping off the map, trying to get a quick reset.
That is gonna be
Not
Vanquish
quick
taking them
enough,
all.
though. Vanquish absolutely erased Saints in this on this map.
Delete! What is that?
Play of the game.
I was like, what is that mayhem skin on that Zen? What? Here come the excuses for Zig.
Double.
Yeah, Saints is very clearly having some issues, but I don't know. I am of the belief that subs should be able to play at the same level as starters. It's just starters have more to offer. So I feel like using the excuse of a sub doesn't really translate.
Yeah.
That's as
You
far as
shouldn't be
I
picking up subs who aren't going to be able to perform in the absence of someone.
We are seeing Volskaya. That is fair. I wouldn't be surprised if Pineapple never even warmed up. He just kind of got called in. I personally think of Volskaya as the best 2CP map. That's just me, though.
But you got Horizon. No, I'm just kidding.
I hate Horizon, dude.
Volskaya Industries.
It was, yes. I don't know what my favorite 2CP is. I think Volskaya I've had the most fun on, so I would have to agree with Blake, probably.
I know for a fact that Temple of Anubis is my least favorite map in the entire game.
Really?
I feel like I'm pretty sure my win rate on Temple of Anubis, as far as matchmaking goes, is easily below 30%.
Damn.
Yeah. I like the comp we're seeing from Vanquish right now. It's a little bit nostalgic to the previous meta.
I don't keep track with every single meta. It's hard.
Literally the
I
only
remember
thing
everything.
that they could change to make it the meta comp from the previous meta would be instead of Soldier McCree.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
What previous meta are we talking about again?
The Mercy meta.
Oh, yeah.
I was not a fan
No,
of
the
that.
Mercy main set was. Whoa! What do you know?
What do you know? That is true.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Also very true. I feel like the Mercy meta really just lowered the overall skill of the game. We are seeing Zigzag on main tank right now. And Keegan on Diva?
What is going on?
A really
Okay,
weird
so Pineapple
pattern of
is
things, yeah.
healing. Truth is DPS, which Truth isn't bad DPS, But
Truth is a really skilled player.
Keegan is playing Diva, which I didn't know Keegan.
This is just really awkward coming from things. It looks like they're not really sure how to use Pineapple. I'm just kind of baffled at what I'm seeing right now.
I know.
Zig is being really
Saints,
aggressive here. It looks like Saints
have
actually
the advantage, though.
has,
They got the...
so at least even.
Damage increase.
Saints actually can win this fight.
I'm taking care.
They were all
Yeah,
kind
Dr.
of
Steve
spread
is
out.
absolutely
And
popping off right now. There's Keegan getting the kill as well, and Doorstopper's the last one. There he goes. Saints win that fight pretty soundly.
anything, Saints is very individually skilled team as well. I think Vanquish is more of a better team play.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So.
The scattering and everyone really doing their own thing, and they ended up winning most all their duels together, so it ended up working out for them.
That was actually pretty impressive. I did not realize that Keegan did anything but support.
It is very interesting. They're going to be moving on to point here.
Pretty slow dive. There we go. Now everybody's on the point. That's what I'm looking for. Barrage coming out doesn't look like it's going to connect with anything. Nope. Actually did take Truth out of the sky. Love he was doing that as well. Rez does get popped off on Denny June, not too high value. Mega does bring back as the bench. So it looks like Vanquish does have a much better fight going here. Saints is doing a very good job of keeping these people off the point though. Saints is actually winning this fight. I'm very impressed with how Saints is playing right now. Steve's bomb does come out, doesn't look like it's going to kill anything. Fantastic bubble there by the main thing on the side of Vanquish, not when, or Saints rather, not when Steve's bomb kill anybody. And it's really just a stagger battle. It's a matter of Vanquish trying to take control back while at a really heavy disadvantage.
Vanquish
does get popped, so yeah, Vanquish isn't able to kill anything right now. Very, very strong play all around from Saints. That trance does give Vanquish a really good chance to retake this fight. Steve's bomb does take people off the point though, so it doesn't quite do too much for them. Vanquish does have a better hold on the fight than before, but they really aren't able to win these duels. There we go. Finally a little bit of blue in the kill feed, taking Dr. Sheik out of the fight. Doesn't look like it's going to be able to do too much. Keegan is absolutely popping off right now, doing a ton of damage. Pulse Bomb comes out and takes Zigzag out of the fight. Vanquish does have a chance here. It looks like Vanquish is able to take Saints off.
Your support has arrived.
Keegan does get demeched as well. There you go. Took Vanquish a little bit to get used to what they were seeing, I guess.
They did get 60%-ish.
Just about, yeah.
So, there's that. So regardless of what's happening, if they don't push it, they're not going to be a draw situation unless they put it all the way in, of course.
I've got you.
But
I could use some assistance.
We have 2 ults from the side of Vanquish. Well, 3 if you count Primal Rage coming up soon. And we have 3 ults from the side of Saints as well to push through. The comps...
This is going to be a really stally fight right here. We got 2 Primal Rages coming up, Val coming up for the side of Saints.
It's going to depend on what pharmacy plays better.
Exactly. Well, I feel like the Winstons do have a lot of pull in this fight as well, as they do have really strong crowd control on their ult. Diva Bomb does get popped out, it's going to force Zigzag off of the point, so it looks like just that Diva Bomb is going to enable this fight for Vanquish. Again, Barrage does get popped out, nothing really happening though. Barrage is seen pretty weak on this map. Vance winning the Tracer duel, Hellhound taking Mercy out. Saints does have a chance here, but I really wouldn't bet on them. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, Zigzag's getting out.
Let's get you back out there.
And just a little bit, there we go. Finally, Truth goes down. And it seems like Vanquish finally has a grip back on this map.
I'm taking care of you.
It took them a second to adapt to that dive comp.
I will not waste this opportunity.
The fact that we are seeing Vanquish having the most trouble with the dive comp. Fantastic pulse bomb there, by the way. The fact that we're seeing Vanquish have the most trouble with the dive comp coming from Saints is really a testament to how strong Saints is as a team.
I'm here.
He just barely got out of that fight with 9 health as well.
I'm taking care of you.
Very lucky didn't have to kill the Stagger himself for.
Very. Just one stray bullet and you're out. Vanquish is actually doing a fantastic job of keeping the Saints staggered. Like they're getting one or two hits at the start of every fight, and it's just over for them.
Yeah, they've been able to use either one ult or two and just keep rotating so they have something for every push. The stick does come from Dr. Sheep. Doorstopper has been stopped. The Coalescence is going to come out from the kid pull as well as Justice from Shizzly Cool, and the bomb's going to take him out, and Zigzag as well. Vanquish looks like they're going to keep this defense going.
It doesn't look like Saints has too much pull in this fight. The Pharmacy is back up and running though. Does get sky to sky by Ace. Raj is ready for Ace. He's gonna save it for this next fight, if I were to guess. And it looks like Saints is just pulling out. It seems like Saints just really doesn't know what to do anymore.
Saints pull-out game is strong.
At this point, I feel like it would be a wise decision to just really do a full recount.
Oh no!
Saints really just needs to get their ult out and then switch to probably a death ball. Saints now is getting ready to jump back in, and it looks like they are having a little bit of trouble. Yeah, they're getting a little bit distracted by the Tracer player. Has advanced. Diva Bomb does come out and does hit the Pharmacy out of the sky! Saints is having a really strong push with that Diva Bomb. Pulse Bomb is coming up for Dr. Sheep as well. Here it comes. It looks like he's going to try to stick the main tank, get that stall out of the point. He is saving it a little bit. Finally, Primal Rage just popped out, just barely had enough time, or health rather. And this is a really extended fight. There's the Barrage finally getting popped out. Only going to get one though, just barely doesn't get Danny June. That was a really high value Barrage though, getting a Mercy out of the fight. Saints probably doesn't have enough sustain for this. Down goes Danny June. This is really just a matter of time at this point. No supports. Almost no DPS as well.
Vanquish might hold it right here.
And looks like, yeah, it looks like Saints won't be getting past 60% here. They do have one more push, but they do need to make it. Yeah.
I always say it's always too soon to call a fight, but the odds are definitely in the favor of Vanquish.
Keegan is able to get his back just in time, and another Diva Bomb. That was an incredibly fast Diva Bomb.
Keegan's Diva's not playing.
The
Iron is coming out from the McCree though, is zoning it out. There might be some worse percentage coming in.
Just barely gets the res off. It's a pretty even fight right now, but that spawn advantage. Oh, has the Vance absolutely pops off, gets 3. Oh my goodness. Stopper is able to get Diva Mech before he goes down. And this is all blue in the kill feed right now. There we go. Saints finally loses that attack.
Let's try that again.
Man.
It looks like Saints really having trouble with the players that they have. They really stuck with Dive for way too long that round. After they got stopped 2 or 3 fights in a row, they really should have just swapped the Death Ball.
Yeah.
I am very impressed by that. Like, Truth flexing to DPS, Zig on main tank, and Keegan on off tank. It's really interesting to see these players doing well on characters that they're not usually on. Truth is a really strong player.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Yeah, you don't really see that many, like, true flex players on console. Especially on teams. I feel like on teams you really only see players that are really dedicated to their role.
4,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Vanquish is going to be starting this off with a Pharmacy plus.
funky guy. It looks like they're doing a very similar comp to what Saints was trying to do, except with a Moira.
That's really hard because you can't like initiate as well as retreat with Moira.
Yeah, I've always
ability.
really hated Moira and Guy.
Yeah, I would have.
And it looks like, there we go, finally. A little bit of hesitation there by Vanquish. Finally the fight is getting popped off. Doorstopper is having a really hard time keeping that health up. Finally goes down, Mega Milani goes down as well. Kid Deadpool just barely gets out. And it looks like he is gonna go down. There he goes, finally Zigzag gets him. Just barely in range of that hammer. That was a very dominant fight from the side of Saints.
You got that triple thing with Dr. Sheep on that soldier, that's the word.
That's
hard. Mega switching to the Brigitte! Oh, show me.
I haven't actually seen Mega on anything but Mercy and Lucio. I'm excited to see how he plays. Looks like Ace might be switching as well. There we go, finally.
I'm about to judge this man so hard.
And it looks like Vanquish is going to try to take this Mega Room. Saints doesn't... Yeah, Saints is not going to allow that Mega Room to get taken. They rotate right around and prevent them from getting in that room. No environmental safety for Vanquish. It looks like... Oh, fantastic Shatter coming out there! Mega Milani got caught in that as well. Kid Deadpool goes down. Saints looks to be winning this fight yet again. Hazavance does get a pick on Keegan though, and all that red in the kill feed. A little bit of Danny June going on here.
Milani needs to push R1 and give his team some heals. There it is.
Saints having a very strong defense right now. Milani was able to get 60% in the short time that he was alive, though. So we might see Rally coming up about halfway through this fight if he performs about as well.
How did he get 60%? He didn't.
I have no idea.
That is.
He got shattered and then he was just at 60%, I guess.
Okay, that's okay. Understood.
Kid Deadpool does have Coalescence Freddy. I expect him to pop it right about now.
If they jump on Zig right now alone over there, or they actually one target. Oh, there's Danny June.
Vance does get a pick on Danny June, so this is very optimistic for Vanquish. They do get another pick. Has the Vance is absolutely popping off. Danny June does get brought back, but not before the Diva Mech does go down from Doorstopper, and this is just all blue in the kill feed. Has the Vance absolutely carrying this fight. Hellhound does get one pick on the Mercy Ace, so he does get the Mr. Truthfully Cool, and Danny June goes down for a second time. I have to stop
watching Mega. This is bad. He's not doing bad, it's just so passive. Like, I would have immediately went to Zig's face, I could have stunned and pushed him off the map, like, oh, I can't watch Mega do that.
Well, with the lack of scrims in, what, 2 weeks, that they said they probably aren't very comfortable with Brigitte quite yet. Because Brigitte is a very different playstyle from what there was before. We are seeing Rally getting popped there by Mega Milani. I feel like that was a bit early.
Oh, that's
huge. A lot of ults getting popped out. Absolute storm coming in. There's a sound barrier as well. Took forever to get any kills there. It is even right now, though. Zigzag does go down, so it isn't quite even anymore. I'm seeing... There's the Diva Bomb. I expect Keegan to be popping his. There it goes. It doesn't look like that's going to be doing too much. It does get a little bit of damage. Nothing too special. Oh, it does get the Diva Mech. This is all Vanquish in this fight right now, though. Saint is going to be staggering. I mean, Keegan is stalling for a very long time, actually. It looks like Keegan was able to stall long enough to get all of Saints back in the fight, so they just easily won it. That was very impressive Diva play by Keegan.
It also helps Shao just dumping damage, or excuse me, Sheep just dumping damage with that Junkrat. Yeah, the spawn advantage is gnarly. Wow. It's really hard to really break past that unless you're super coordinated and killing things effectively.
It's really interesting how comfortable Keegan seems on that Diva. You really never see him play it, but he's just... It's like this is what he always plays. He's just doing so well, like keeping
Keegan in their comms, he's just like screaming his head off, like, like I don't want to be playing this.
Got to see
looks
does
like
go down
Megan's
early.
gonna
Very
bully this zigzag.
Ooh,
Mega, no, why you
good
do
little
this?
combo going there. Not able to do anything with that Diva Bomb. Doorstopper does take 6 for the kill out with a charge, though. It is just a rhyme show right now. Zigzag taking Doorstopper out. Whole lot of tanks in the kill feed. Mega Milani does go down. This is very Saints friendly. Saints seem to be a much stronger defense team than they are an offense team. I didn't realize this.
Zig has been really performing well on Reinhardt, because I knew he could play Reinhardt. Oh, there goes Mega with the Lucio. Thank you for
finally.
I have to watch that. But Zig has played Reinhardt before, and I've seen him play it, and I was impressed back then, and I was surprised when he wasn't playing main tank before. But now he's on this role from way back when. Oh, there's a huge shatter from the man!
Oh, goodness.
The myth, the legend.
Oh my god.
Truth is
Absolutely
left on Tracer.
enormous blade by Ace there. Truthfully cool, the only one left alive, just trying to stall as long as he can. He is able to stall just about long enough for his team to get back, just barely not. And it looks like Saints does have a chance in this fight, but Vanquish has a really strong hold on this. Shatter is ready for a Zigzag, barely stays alive. There it is! Huge Shatter, not going to be able to do too much as Doorstopper takes out 2 Mega Milani in the kill. Oh my god, so many things are happening in this kill feed right now. I believe it is fairly even on the point, but it is still a very Vanquish fight. Vanquish just has an absolute chokehold over this. Just barely, not quite there. 0.1% to go for Vanquish. Huge Diva Bomb by Keegan! Oh my goodness! Keegan absolutely just single-handedly saves the point.
What? Point? That's what he said? Yeah, it's point. It's .1.
Oh my goodness!
What is this?
And Vanquish only has maybe one fight before overtime and then one in overtime. If they do take too long here, they're only going to be able to get the one fight though.
They have Shatter and Grav ready for this
We
attack
are
though,
seeing
as well as
an overwhelming ult advantage from Saints though.
Oh, if this tire connects with something. Oh, but it falls short from the Doorstopper. There's the Grav with a whole lot of people in it. There's the bomb. Zig is gonna lose his life. The hammer down comes out.
Completely out of ult. Vanquish is trying to struggle through. Ace is just about there for Blade. They are just barely staying in this fight. There's the Blade. Oh my goodness, Vanquish looks like they're gonna be able to take this fight. Vanquish had an overwhelming ult disadvantage. Back in control of the fight. Ace literally getting another kill. And Vanquish is going to be able to take this. What a fantastic Volskaya.
Oh my gosh. I got goosebumps.
That was amazing.
Play of the game.
And Kid Deadpool of all people getting the play of the game. Not the Dragon Blade, not the Diva Bomb, Kid Deadpool.
The tracking on this though.
Best offense is good defense.
What was that? Okay. I'm
what?
disappointed.
What?
I'm sorely disappointed.
How did Ace or Keegan not get play of the game over that? Jeff, what are you doing? That's no problem, dude. We'll hold down the fort. I'll do my best. Thanks for showing up on that.
If my phone would connect to the internet, I would go tell Mega GG or something, and that I knew he could do it.
God, that was such
I like both those teams though. Like,
that was such a fantastic match.
Oh man, I knew it was gonna be good. Understood.
Great.
We got
I
one
misspelled
more
roller
matchup.
coaster 2 different ways. There we go.
Wait, what?
I did roller coaster, then roller coaster, and then I finally got it right.
Your spelling's a roller coaster. Vaskia.
That was so exciting. Oh my god. I can't believe that Ace or Keegan didn't get play of the game. What was the play of the game? That was so dumb.
Moira legit, like, tickled a couple people and then healed the dude. That was it. It was that amazing tracking. Like, dang. Is it gonna cast, or what's going on?
I feel if Ziggs gonna cast anywhere, he's probably gonna go over to Gold Streams.
I know.
The legendary casting duo.
I know. The Brit.
The Brit. I'm gonna run to the bathroom and get a new drink.
Alright. It's Mex time. So yeah. Everyone should know. Oof. Oof. Zig is having a tough time with the loss. It's all good. So is next week. Yeah. No, Brigitte is great. More teams should run her. Mega Mulani. Oh, I gotta message Mega about that.
Alright, I have returned. Do you know when the next match is starting?
Today. Sometime.
Today. Thank you.
Sometime today. Yep.
That's very informative. I think it's happening in 4 minutes? Let me pull up the schedule. Yes, 4 minutes. Gonna be red. No. I didn't realize that was Vanquish's logo. Skybound versus Night Howlers.
Oh, Skybound. Ooh. Can't wait to...
Skybound is actually starting to get pretty strong.
They've been so inconsistent every time I've seen them, so I don't know what to expect.
The last I saw of them, they had like finally picked out some main roster players, and they were starting to like get used to playing with each other. I know that Blue Ninja's actually picked up Brigitte, and he's been playing pretty well on that.
Fight me.
Eventually.
Eventually. When do you know the whole... Is the schedule for the whole season planned out?
I know that maps for the whole season are. I don't know about schedule. You'd have to talk to Zach about that.
Man's too busy for us anymore.
All he's been doing is working. He's barely even an admin anymore. He just works and sometimes talks in the mod chat. Maybe they should promote a moderator to the admin role. Maybe, just maybe.
Which moderator, though?
I don't know, man. I hear that Plague guy is pretty trustworthy.
Yeah, I hear things about Plague. I don't know.
Yeah, that Plague guy's pretty cool. I believe this is Night Howlers. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Oh wait, was I looking at the wrong side? What are we casting?
We played these guys. We just scrimmed these guys yesterday.
I wasn't there.
Oh. I don't know if it was when we played with you or not.
No, I wasn't there for any scrims yesterday. I was at work.
Oh wait, no, it was the day before, or was it? I can't remember.
Hey, Deathball.
We should play some Dragon Ball FighterZ, Deathball. These teams are all messed up.
Yeah, they really are.
Okay, there we go. I am
there
back.
It is. Welcome back. Walnut left.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Wow. What was his excuse, huh?
His family wanted him to eat.
Understood.
How dare they?
So, how have the teams been looking?
Crazy. The Saints versus Vanquish match was pretty Vanquish-centric, but the Volskaya map, whew, that was a good match.
Did, what team ended up winning the set?
Vanquish 2-0.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, I gotta post that in...
Yes, I already got it, don't worry about it.
Hey.
The Volskaya was super crazy. The second to last fight, Vanquish brought it to 0.1% off of taking it, and then they went in with I believe it was a 3-ult deficit going into the final fight, and they just barely pulled it out.
The bottom three on the left and the bottom three on the right should be on the same team. Skybound is the bottom half, and the top half is Night Howlers.
Right, Skybound is the Valiant, or the LA ones, and Night Howlers.
Hey, there you go.
Whatever. What is that? Jetpack hat?
Wolf.
I'm too far away from my TV.
Let's go run through a quick introduction. Who do you want to introduce?
I'll take Skybound. I don't know enough about Night Howlers. Alright, on the side of Skybound, we're going to be seeing name, date, age right at the top. Not the captain, but he is at the top. He is going to be playing mostly Genji. I know he tries to flex around, work with the team, but he is mostly a DPS player, and his favorite character is Genji. Next, we got Shane Wade. I haven't seen too much of him. It looks like they're going to be their support player. Plays mostly Mercy in matchmaking, but I expect to see Moira a lot more than Mercy, especially in the current meta. Razorcut, he's been around for a while. Everybody knows who Razorcut is. I don't know what he plays, though. Razorcut plays support. I didn't even know that. How do you not know who Razorcut is? He's one of the only subscribers to the Twitch channel.
Oh.
Blue Ninja is actually one of the fairly flexible players in this. You'll see him a lot on D.Va, you see him a lot on DPS, and I know he's been picking up Brigitte, like I mentioned before. So you could really see him on any character. Next, you got Lion Claw. Lion Claw, I know, has been picking up tanks, but I know his bread and butter is kind of Reaper. I wouldn't be surprised to see him on main tank, and Mr. Doxson, their final player, on off tank.
I'm pretty sure Doc runs main tank a whole lot, and
yeah, Doc, I know for a fact loves main tank, but I'm pretty sure he's been picking up off tank for the team. At least that's what I think.
That's interesting.
Because I know he shot calls for them, and it's just easier to shot call on off tank.
Yeah. Next we have Night Howlers. We have CVH Maddie. These people I mostly all know. I just don't remember what roles they play just because we scrimmed them. I believe, Maddie's going to be playing the support role. Whole lot of time on Lucio, whole lot of time on Mercy. We'll see that from them. Next we have Alec Trebek. I'll take DPS player for 500, Alec. Because he's playing lots of DPS, and that was bad joke.
Why do you do this?
I don't know. Next we have Appearing Cloud9, which sounds familiar name. I don't remember what roles they are. That is support. Looks like a lot of support this season, but he's got a whole lot of time on Zarya actually overall, so we could see some flexibility from him. Next we have Pui. I'm pretty sure that's how you say that. Pui is going to be playing the main tank role from what we can see in this season specifically, but also has a whole lot of time on McCree, kind of a mix between DPS and tanks, so we could see some multi-tank meta coming from this team. Next we have Fiery Penguin. This man plays DPS, from what I remember. He plays a lot of Tracer, yeah. I believe he also has some time on McCree, but mostly all going to be Tracer, some Soldier as well. Kind of annoying.
If I remember correctly, I know that he was on Ignite. He mostly played Tracer for them, but he also ran hit scan when they were facing a pharmacy.
Yeah.
So I know that he's a talented hit scan.
Death Kangaroo was a Pokemon card. I mean, a Yu-Gi-Oh card, excuse me.
I was gonna say.
I don't know that Pokemon. He's gonna be on the tank role though, from what I believe. Probably a whole lot of D.Va, even though he has more time on Ryan. But most likely gonna see a whole lot of D.Va from him, from what I remember. Let's get it started.
I know the only kangaroo Pokemon is what's it called?
Kangaskhan.
How am I forgetting? Kangaskhan, yeah. Thank you.
Yes, Des Kangaskhan. Des Kangaroo is a Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's a green kangaroo with boxing gloves.
Nice.
I remember this.
I was never really into Yu-Gi-Oh. I remember when I was like really little, I had a deck that had like a trap card, and then I'd like set it up to where I could win the entire game in one turn if my brother forgot to shuffle my deck. And that was my entire experience.
We have lost Angel Gunner, everybody. I command. Okay. I am the commander now.
Angel Gunner is the streamer, dude. You gotta pause it.
Okay, fine. Makes sense. If you insist. No, that's my up. Okay. Angel Gunner is now here. I will put you in spectators because I have the power.
No.
Is he gonna turn his mic on or say something?
I think.
Yeah. What's up? All right. So Max, you are now God for this last game. Did you kick me? Oh no,
I didn't kick you.
I keep like failing to connect to server.
Are you out again?
Yeah, it keeps kicking me.
What the heck? Okay, it says you're in queue.
Yeah, I'm in queue now.
Are you good? Can you see?
I think so.
Alright, well,
it kicked me again.
Alrighty then. You want me to stream and I can stream the last game and I can...
Are you able to stream on our YouTube?
I can upload the video later, or Amateur can take the video from my thing. That's been a thing before.
Yeah, hold on, let me talk with the guys.
I'm gonna do it just in case, because this is funny anyway. what is this, week 3?
Yes, week 3.
Were the teams Night Howlers and Skybound? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Do hats contribute to the prize pool?
No, I think it's because of Overwatch. Max, would you be able to record this and then send it to us?
Understood.
Alright, thank you, mi amigo.
Yeah. I actually DDoSed the account. I wanted this to happen in the beginning. Trying out for YouTube host. Just kidding.
Nah, dude, we need that Brigitte.
We are gonna get this started in here.
There we go. A little bit of tech.
Okay, I'm cameraman now. Okay. The
Cameraman?
music kind of stopped due to weird things, which is kind of throwing me off because usually I'm used to hearing the music.
Yeah, the music
This
is
is
fine.
awkwardly silent. But we have the red team is Night Howlers, and the blue team is the Skybound. I'm like, yeah, never mind.
We're seeing